Yeah.
What is? I mean, we all have watched Bam's evolution, obviously, since you got him, especially on that end of the floor. But to have the confidence to go up and make that play at that moment, not worried about the call, not worried about anything else. Just I'm going to go block another elite player at the rim. What's that say? Just about who he is and what he's become.
Well, he had another one of those, right, in the last series. And he was late. It was a blown play, and he was the only guy back there for his sixth foul, and he's going to go, and that's, yeah. So those are habits and instincts that he's willing to put himself out there. I mean, that can be a poster dunk, and a lot of people, won't be willing or aren't willing to make that play and put themselves out there. Jason Tatum is getting to the launching pad, and he just made a big-time save for us. I mean, Tatum did have an angle, and it looked like he had, an open lane to the rim. And sometimes when you have, great competition like this, you just have to make plays that you can't even really explain. And that was Bam tonight. He wasn't even in like a great offensive rhythm. They're so good defensively, but he just found a way just to continue to stay with it and put his fingerprints on this game somehow, some way.
And I know it's just one win, obviously, but you got down big in the first, you got down bigger in the fourth.
Yeah.
You're not real big on superlatives anyway, you aren't, but are you kind of running out of ways to describe how this team has a way to just find its way out?
Well, let's be real about it. We got down because they were playing great. This is a very good team we're playing against. It's not as if it was just about us. I would love to say that, oh yeah, we were just kind of going through the motions. We weren't. They were putting it to us, and they're a really good defensive team, and you have to be so detailed and purposeful every single possession against them. Otherwise they can really get you to the end of the clock. But we did have some grit there, down 12, just to continue to stay with it and make some big plays down the stretch.
Ira Winderman.
Erik, pardon the redundancy of this, but Jimmy Butler at closing time again, just attacking the basket, getting the foul at the end. Scripted Jimmy take over, or just Jimmy saying, I'm taking over, you don't sort of need what to say? Can you take us through that play on the three-point play?
I think everybody was on the same page about that. They had taken us out of so many different things, and we're going to have to really get to studying tomorrow to figure out how we can get our offense functioning a little bit better against a really good defense. But that's what also great players can do, manufacture something out of nothing against really good defenses, and he was able to do that.
Now that's a 30-year-old in Jimmy. Yet you're a 20-year-old in Tyler Hero. What he did at the moments of truth and the way he filled that box score up with 12 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. I mean, is rookie done? Is he old beyond his years now?
Well, he's played now for 12 months, gone through 2 training camps. He's been in a lot of these big moments. And right now at this point, we need a lot of the skill set that he brings, off the dribble, behind the 3-point line, his passing, again, against a really good, well-drilled, well-disciplined defense. You need some plays that are unscripted, and Tyler's pretty good in those situations.
Anthony Chang.
Yes, but when that offense was bogged down in that first quarter, Goran really took over in that second quarter. How important was that stretch for you guys just to get back on track?
It was really important because we couldn't get anything going, and that's a big-time credit to their defense. They got us out of our normal rhythm. It wasn't about us. That's what they do, and Goran was able to, shake free a few times and put some points on the board that just kind of gave us a little bit more confidence in that second quarter.
Mark Schwartz.
Spo, I have 2 for you. First of all, given the time, the score, and the defender, can you talk about what the difficulty was in converting that basket at the end for Jimmy Butler?
That sounds really dramatic the way you say it. We did what they did. You just put the ball in, your best player's hands, or and they've got to make a play, make or miss. The most important thing about that is, having guys that are willing to put themselves out there. Both guys were, by the way. We're just fortunate that Jimmy was able to get his down and in.
And secondly, what is it about Jimmy that allows him to succeed again and again in moments like that so many people are afraid of?
I don't know. That's just his makeup. The moment's not too big for him. And, he's vulnerable enough to put himself out there, and that's why we have him.
Nick Friedel.
Spo, you guys have played so well in the playoffs here, but especially late in games. How would you describe the confidence level that the group has, both offensively and defensively, in being able to find ways to close and get these wins?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the playoffs are about. Each game, each series, there's so many different things that are going on, and you have to find different ways to impact winning. We have a lot of guys that understand that concept. It doesn't guarantee anything. We're facing a very good team, in Boston. So we have to get to work tomorrow and figure out how we can, continue to try to take our game to another level.
Morgan Mitchell.
Hey, Coach. A lot of this bubble has been about balance. So obviously tonight, huge win, but outside of the bubble, we have the Breonna Taylor information coming out of Louisville, that the city is paying her family $12 million or settling, but also her family is still seeking justice. How do you react to something like that, and what do you want to see in terms of police reform in this country?
Yes, I mean, obviously that's very complex. We just found out about it before the game. $12 million is not going to bring back Breonna Taylor into this world. You can throw any kind of truckload of money. I think what everybody wants to see is justice, and those police officers held accountable, and that's what is so outraging to everybody, right now. So that's disappointing. That they think it's about money, and then it can be settled from there.
Wes Lammy.
Spo, obviously you mentioned in terms of Tyler and his confidence, but what is it like, obviously, to see it be consistent in big moments? And when you look at the box score, he was only 2 of 5 from three-point land, but those 2 big threes were valuable in the game.
Well, there's no turning back now. We need him. So, we've talked enough about, how much he's grown and how he's earned it during the course of the year. He had a lot of ups and downs during the year, but we need his skill set, particularly against a really good defense, like we're facing.
And Tab Deportes.
Hi, Coach, from Puerto Rico. How important is for you won the first game and set the tone of the series?
Yeah, I don't think you can set the tone in a long series. You just have to get to work the next day. I can't say it enough. Boston is very good. They're where they are for a reason. They present a lot of different challenges. So we just have to get to work tomorrow, stay humble. Obviously it's much better to get the win and go, work on your teaching points from there. But we understand how we can't get too carried away with just one win.
And last question, David from La Gazzetta dello Sport, Italy.
Coach, going back to Goran, what have you seen from him consistently in this playoffs? He's been probably your second best player behind Jimmy.
Yeah, he's one of our most veteran, experienced winners, and I've said this for a long time about Goran. I just don't think a lot of the general fans out there don't realize what a competitor he is and has been his entire career. And I'm talking about in the States, but also overseas. Winning the championship 2 summers ago. You need guys that know what it's like, how difficult it is. And particularly when we have young players that we're relying on, you need veteran experienced winners that can kind of settle you. And that's That's who Goran is.
Thank you for your time, Spo. Appreciate it.
Thank you.